self-defense. Could be you have no kung fu at all, but you need to protect your life. Today here, most of you have kung fu already. So how to protect yourself? What kind of technique you have to use? You probably learned it before. I don't have to tell you now. Even I tell you now what to do, and then you can use it right away. Anyway, the most important thing is whenever you decide to fight someone, and that is important. Let's say if in the late at night somewhere, there's nobody. Of course, no cops, no nothing. But have a bad man come up to you, so you have to deal with him. You can't. You can't go away. Let's say there's a dead end street, so you have to deal with it. Then you make up your mind. Either run away or have to fight him with your ability, with your knowledge of fighting. Now, we separate into a person don't know much kung fu. The guy going to attack you. Then it's easy for you to protect yourself. But there's another dangerous part, which that guy, if he doesn't know kung fu, he probably use weapon and use very strong weapon. Dangerous weapon, such as a gun or a knife. So that kind of person, you're going to protect yourself. You have to make up your mind kind of quick. You can't afford think about it. Oh, shall I run or shall I deal with him? And no matter how bad you are, no matter how strong you are, before you use weapon, you still give a chance to the, that guy, you're going to mark that person. That bad guy usually give you a last chance to offer the money, whatever he wants. So that moment is the chance for you to make up your mind what you should do. And if that moment you still kind of hasty, you don't know what to do, that is a signal to give a bad guy how to attack you or what technique that bad guy going to use to you. Let's say, if a bad guy with you there, kind of hold you up with a gun, let's say. I don't think he just pull out a gun like this. He probably kind of showing you have a gun, because he still worried someone might see him. So the gun he won't just take out and point to you. Okay, let's do this way. Let's say if he just show you he got a gun there, that moment you have to make up your mind what you're going to do. If you hesitate, you don't know what to do, then you are finito. He could do whatever he likes to do, or even put back the gun and search you and take all your belongings. Nowadays, those bad guys do something to you before he take your things away. And then you need quicker way, or you need less time to make up your mind what you're going to do. But not the moment when you get close to him. You see someone far away, you have to make up your mind. Oh, this guy probably a bad guy. I know what I'm going to do. You not just stay there and kind of nervous way until he come, or you just turn somewhere, make believe you don't see him. No, you can't do that, because that is also a signal to tell him, oh, this is an easy job. Oh, he's afraid already. You just keep going, like kind of natural. But when you're passing by, you got to be careful. And when you pass already, and you still not safe yet, he might come to you, and you still have to like the way you walk, just like watching. Okay, and don't go too far away. Better off, you have to look for some place you could put yourself there for safe. Let's say have a door there, you go in there, whatever. Actually, you have to keep your eyes open. Okay, so here I'm not telling you how to against a person with a gun. That is like impossible, you know. But they still have a chance. Talk about this. A while ago, let's say, the year I just came in from Hong Kong, then I have a student who owns a dog shop. He sells dogs. So I talked to him. If a dog bites you, what are you going to do? He said, you have to go forward to the dog. Don't try to go away from the dog. Let's say, if a dog bites you here, you have to go to the dog instead of pull away or run away from the dog. So this method, you could use it also. If someone has a gun, I mean worse than a dog. So if you try to go away or whatever, no good. Okay? And one more thing you have to understand. The bad guy with a gun is illegal. He's afraid like some cop or someone will see him. So he try not to make the noise. So actually he try not to shoot you. If he has chance not to shoot you, and he won't shoot you. That's number one. Number two, even he shoot you, don't be afraid. God will shoot you somewhere, then put you to death. Let's say, shoot your arm, shoot your leg. I mean, the body is kind of big, but not every spot of your body will make you die. He shoot you here somewhere, you not die, unless shoot your heart or your brain, whatever. So don't be afraid. You see a gun, then you kind of nervous. That's incorrect. You know, got to be calm, not that afraid. You know, but how you can control? Then you need little bit kung fu to support you, not be nervous. You know, and here. If you have chance, run away from weapon, either knife or gun. That's the best way. But sometimes you have to deal with them. Then I don't know what to tell you, but you have to be calm and use the time, use the whatever the chance, which is very short, like 2 seconds. If you don't use the chance, you're still thinking what to do, and you don't know what to do, then you get in trouble. Then you have to count on your luck. If you're lucky, he just take your stuff and go away. Otherwise, he shoot you anyway. So this is the worst situation. I mean, you have to deal with a gun. Okay. So also, I have some idea from Hong Kong police. And they train people how to deal with guns, this and that. And they also use that, I just mentioned the story about a dog. You know, they make you choke him. So the best way, go forward to the gun instead of run away from the gun. Because the gun could reach you, no matter how far you go, and he still could reach you. But if you go forward to him, it's much better. And they even train you to go, if the trigger there and put the finger there. But this is a need lot of training, and you got to be deal with the gun a lot. Otherwise, this is like almost impossible. I mean, kind of difficult. But if you make up the mind, you have to do something. That is the idea too. And okay, That's the main point. You have to make up your mind, take your chance. You have to do it anyway. Don't be afraid. You have to deal with it, and don't be afraid. Like you got one shot and you die. You know, even he shoot you here, and if you have chance, go and grab him, grab the gun, or kick it off, knock it off. You still have chance to go away. If you are afraid, you see the gun, then you're nervous. You don't know what to do. Then I can't tell you nothing. You know, then you have to count on your luck. Okay. So, any questions about deal with the gun? Okay. So this I hope never happen to you. But if you do, then you have to. I mean, hopefully he found a chance to do it. So and don't expect anything happen. Don't expect someone show up or whatever help you. You have to take care by yourself. Okay. Then now we talk about a knife. Instead of tell you how to deal with a knife, I better show you how to use a knife. Okay. I'm not telling you to be a bad guy to hold someone out with a knife. Okay. But I tell you some knowledge about the knife. Okay. So if a folding knife without switch, that kind of knife just like nothing. Okay. But if a knife, the blade can't fold and stay there, locked, that kind of knife, you have to hold it against your body, closer better. Hold it right here. Have the other hand out. If you use left hand, then you have the right hand out. Kind of cover your knife. If you hold the knife like this, there's most of the guys hold the knife like this. No good. People will kick it away, whatever. And how about someone all of a sudden appear in your bed? You don't see. You're holding a knife here in my bed. So he probably tell you hands up, or you are automatically hands up. He won't do nothing. So after you hand up, you still have chance. I mentioned it before. No matter how bad he is, original he want money. So you hold up your hand, he still don't do nothing. And if you say, by that time he stab you, whatever, then kind of difficult to deal with. I mean, you got stabbed anyway, you know. But if most of them, I mean, the experience tell us, after you hand up, you still not in danger yet. So you have chance to do something, like you watching him. Maybe your friend like joking around. I mean, he thinks that way. So your hands up and you turn. And he still don't do nothing, believe me. Yeah. I mean, of course, have some exception, but most of the time, he have hands up, I mean, hold your hands up. You turn, see who the hell going on, what's going on there. And he still have chance. Then this hand down. And this one up. Do it a little bit quicker. Say, you hold me up here, up. Because the way he stand now, we demonstration here. Actually, he won't go like this because he's not afraid of you. He probably like stand like, hey, hands up, and try to get your stuff. So in case like this, then this hand down and this one up. Same time, good timing. Okay. So from here, turn, bam, up. Okay. Again, don't trust this. Maybe something like similar happened to you. Some people point you in the back with a knife. You do the same thing, maybe you get hurt anyway, you know. But this at least one way to do it. Okay? So now the knife, like this, don't be afraid, okay? And if hold this, you have a technique to do it. But it doesn't mean that's it. There's 100 different ways to use a knife against you. So today I just give you some rough idea, then you might defend yourself. Not guaranteed. So in other words, don't trust what I'm saying today. Just take it as some knowledge, okay? So after a knife, like how to use a knife, of course, the bigger one, the longer one is more dangerous than a small one. But nowadays, people have all kind of weapons. And since you are a Kung Fu guy, Wing Chun guy, you have a lot of Wing Chun Kung Fu to deal with. But I still not trust a bare hand could deal with weapon. Even this is not a knife. Even something sharp or whatever, and you better not just use your bare hand to deal with some weapon. Then what are you going to do? Run away. Run away, not running home. You have to run away, try to look for something which you could deal with. Let's say you run away here, you get something like hard, or you could use it as a weapon, then you return to him. Again, you also have to make up your mind what you're going to do with that person. Not just whenever you see something like that, then you're going to do something. Maybe by accident you get killed. So the best way is try to avoid, run away from it. And okay, now talk about the weapons. Talk about someone, let's say, jump you with few guys. Then what are you going to do? Happened Lee once go home and have 4 guys waiting him or wandering in front of his door. So he stand there, don't want to go home because he saw some guy there. But he can't control his legs. He have to go home. Kind of like, I don't want to go, and I go, and finally he decided to go. And those guys moving forward to him, of course, they saw him, how he act, like, oh, I don't want to go, oh, but I have to go. Then go. They are probably good guys, so, and he keep going because that's my house. So he keep going, and the 4 guys move to him. Soon they move to him, then surrounding him. One stand here, one stand here, one stand here, one stand here. And he have to fight with someone. So he beat up a guy. Then he run away. He run away, and those guys chasing him. And he slowed down, fight with them. And this time, the few guys get him and put him on the floor and kick him, so he lose teeth. So this story tells us, if you see someone in your doorway, whatever, then what are you going to do? You go back home? For sure, they're going to give you trouble because there are 4 people there. And they don't know you know Kung Fu. So the best is you go somewhere, call your family. If you have brother, whatever, strong guy, whatever, that's the best. Even you don't have, and then you are calling the house, whatever, I'm downstairs, or ask someone come down, open the door, then you have more than one person, whatever, then at least you prepare, or you stay somewhere, sometime, few minutes, see what happens. Instead of just go in there. And let's talk about that thing happened to Lee. First time he beat up someone, he had a chance to run away, and they're chasing him. If I were him, I will run, because that is 34th Street, like 24 hours have people there. So if I were him, I will run all the way to Avenue 7, Avenue 6. Over there is a lot of people, like Maze there. No. But unfortunately, he's learning uptown, which is getting quiet and less people. He learned that way. So those guys chasing him and get him. And actually, those guys can't catch him because he's slowed down, kind of saying like, oh, I beat one of you guys up, and now you want to come try more? Something like that. And then, finally, he get beat up. I mean, terrible beat up. So this telling us nothing to do with the techniques, nothing to do with Kung Fu. I don't care how much Kung Fu you have, because they have 4 people. One fight you get tired, the other one come up, the other one come up. And one person's energy, you're not supposed to deal with 4. Even you're stronger than them, but you still kind of exhaust, because you only one person, they have 4. One jump you and one get some break and come back again, and the other, then you can't do, you know. So happen like this, you have to run away, not go to match with the 4 guys. And if you have to, then you might find out they're all nice guys. Then you are safety. I mean, you're safe. Then you could go home. But if you have to go because you have no time, you can't wait, then and you find out they're going to jump you. Then after you have chance, you run away. Instead of run to an area which is quiet, and then they get you, and then that's it. Okay. Another story happened in Hong Kong. Some rich fellow got kidnapped. So those bad guys make him dig the hole and saying, if your family don't bail you, don't give us money, these holes for yourself. So that guy digging a hole. So you know, take how long to dig a hole. You could dig a hole within 2 hours, 3 hours, up to you. You won't die sooner than you dig it quicker. Yeah? But they give you a chance for hours to plan how to deal with 3 guys. But you have the equipment though. They have a gun. They dare not shoot you because it make noise. Some people will come. So while you have that thing, if you know some Kung Fu, if you make up your mind what you're going to do, then will be different story. You want to know how the guy do? After he dig the hole almost halfway, then he make up his mind, run away. If he carry the equipment, carry the tool, then it will take longer. I mean, like heavy, like slow, run away. So he decide, put down the tool and run. And that 3 guy catch him, kill him with that tool. So when Si Kung Yim Man heard about this story, he said something like, hey, if that guy is Mr. Wong, if Mr. Wong is a Wing Chun guy, probably different story. necessarily Wing Chun guy. Even he's a Kung Fu guy or he's a smart guy, will be a different story. Number one, you should never put down your tool, which is you could use as a weapon. You have take with you, even you run away. Okay. And if you make up your mind to run away, you better use the weapon against them. If you could yell, I mean like, oh, help, to make a lot of noise, even better. Because the place not too far away from some people, I mean some house, that's not that quiet. So you still could do a lot of things. Even some car passing by. So you could do a lot of things. But the stupid guy put the tool down and run. So then they get it. Okay. Whenever you try to protect yourself, it means you're always in the right path. At least you're not a bad guy. I'm not saying when you go to the bar after a few drinks, then you find someone that kind of defense yourself. That's fighting. You know, fighting is a different story. Today we talk about someone give you hard time for no reason, then you have to protect yourself. So most of the guys going to attack you. You're always in the right side. I mean, you are legal side. So you fight for the right, you fight for the law, or you fight for yourself. Then you have nothing to worry about. After the fight, in case some people find out, let's say a cop come to you, you still not guilty because you are what you call crime. You are victim. You are not the guy going to hold someone up. So you just defend yourself, and that will help you a lot. That will give you a lot of energy, and you have a stronger mind to deal with the bad guy. Since you have strong mind to deal with that guy, all your Kung Fu could come out like 100%. If you Kung Fu have some foundation there. The opposite way, if the bad guy see you want to deal with him, and he kind of nervous because he's illegal side, so he doesn't know how good you are. Even with weapon, you still want to deal with him. So he's kind of nervous already. And plus, in his mind, he's worrying someone somewhere might see him and come to help you. So he's kind of nervous. And that deducts some. You have more because you're in the right side. He's doing something illegal. He's kind of nervous. So if you have more energy, he has to deduct some. And if you still can handle it, it means you are really not that good. Instead of tell you some story happened to someone, I tell you my own story. When I was much younger, hopefully like your age, then I go out with my girlfriend, now it's my wife. A guy come up, happened passing by a bridge, so kind of dark there and quiet, and some people walking around. All of a sudden a guy, I don't know where the hell he come out, and he come up, have a knife blade like this long, and stop signing, point to me. And my wife, I'm here, and point to me. And I said, well, what's the matter? And the guy said, give me $1. I said, what for? He said, for protection. I don't need you. How many of you? He said, another guy over there. 2 of you could protect me? Then he started like kind of nervous. Oh, what are you? What are you? What are you? Start to go away. So this, after this happened, my girlfriend, now it's my wife, stopped me go to Kung Fu. Before that, always say some like kind of like turn Kung Fu down. Hey, what the hell Kung Fu? Always Kung Fu, Kung Fu. But after that, and she never said a word. Because she saw it. You know, I mean, I don't have to do anything. I just ask a few questions and the guy go away. They tell you, I'm in the right side. He's in the wrong side, illegal side. So, and if you say something like you cool and he's thinking like different, he's not going to, I mean, try to get something easier, let's say. So that's why we have a saying in Chinese, take the easy one. So that's why I have a long arm lock. Sometimes I don't lock it, I just put there. Because people from outside look at it, oh, I gotta break the door and get in there, have to break that shit, you know, take a long time, make a lot of noise, I get another car without that. So, you saw the person have difficulty to get you, then you will say, I mean, hopefully they don't bother you. Otherwise, oh, that is the person I'm looking for. Okay. Now, not too many girls here today, but anyway, you have wife, your girlfriend, you might want some knowledge. Go back and tell you. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about a girl. How a girl to deal with a bad guy. That's even easier. Only you have to do is to train that girl, have some kung fu, let's say. If a regular girl, whenever they see a knife, they just can't do nothing. Whatever you want, and you just get it, you know. And if a girl be trained a little bit, and they could do very good, they will give longer time, more chance, and more safety way to the victim, whatever. I mean a girl. Let's say, I don't think if a bad guy use a knife to hold up a girl, I don't think so. Because they don't have to. In their mind, a girl, like, girl is a girl, let's say represent weak, that's what we say, you know. I mean, in Chinese, we always have a saying like, girl represent female, represent weakness. So, and they don't even bother, hands up, they don't do it, usually. They just take whatever, you have a pocketbook or whatever. So, the girls, they always carry some. Carry some. You could carry weapon there. For a guy, you probably hiding it, a knife here and somewhere, you know. But a girl, you just could carry a weapon. What I'm saying, carry a weapon, not inside there. You carry that thing, it's your weapon. Let's say you put something heavy, I mean, anpa, whatever, inside the pocketbook. Whenever some bad guy come to you or want to hold you up, then you use that, like swing onto his face. Don't say there's nothing. That is very, very strong. That is terrible weapon. So, and if someone come and hug you and whatever to you, if a girl, and she also have more chance than a guy, she could use, nowadays not too many people wear those high heel shoes, otherwise there is a weapon too. So you could step right onto his food, whatever, of course you have to have to run away. So, and I would say like 99% bad guys male instead of female. So male have some weak point, let's say Flo, John, whatever, and you have to go to that part. Okay. If a bad guy holding something in front of you, let's say a knife, what are you going to do? If you're going to hit him, don't try to attack lower part, I mean the stomach or the chest, and he could take it and go forward to you. But if you get his head, he will go this way. Even the knife coming down, if you hit his head, he will go that way. Let's say, if someone stand here, if you hit this part here, hit the middle, and it fall towards to you, I want to punch you. You stand here. If I punch you, you probably go this way. And if I punch higher here, he take it. Just go backward. Down, down, backward. If I hit here, hit the head, I'm pretty sure we'll turn over like bam, like that. So higher part, go this way. Middle part, go backward. Lower part, like in the stomach here, will bend. So that is the part you're going to attack. Where? The head. Attack the higher part. And that's why Wing Chun Kung Fu design most of the techniques for the head. That's another reason. Not only because the head is an important organ, also when you hit the head and flip over like this. So even have a knife coming down like this, if you have chance to hit his head, you will stop the knife. Don't worry. The knife won't go this way. Will be this way. And if have a knife coming to you and you hit here, and you make the knife go forward to you, that's another knowledge you have to notice. Okay. We've been talking about gun and knife. Now how about bare hand? If you guys, you're looking for something like that, if someone fire you with a bare hand, you know, because you know Kung Fu, you want to check it out, how good you are, you know. Okay, but make believe yourself don't have Kung Fu. In other words, your brother, maybe your cousin don't know Kung Fu, you want to tell him what to do. Okay, if closer to you, you make up your mind, you have to fight that person. I am talking about no weapon, just a bare hand. If you want to fight him, so first of all, you have to notice the size, how big he is, how small you are. If you bigger than them, don't be happy. He might be very strong too, even small size. So okay, that's the first thing. You look at the size, compare with yourself. Of course, very easy. You could tell he knows some or he don't know some. Okay. Let's talk about from the young man all the way to old man. If young man, even he trained with Kung Fu or some other thing, won't be a good one. Let's say beginner, maybe 1 year, 2 years, that's nothing. Okay. The best person you're going to deal with is someone who knows little bit. I hate to say know little bit Kung Fu, but know little bit some. I mean like training for fighting short period. That is the best person you deal with. If that person like never training, I don't think he going to attack you or whatever want to fight you. That's impossible. Unless he's a crazy guy. Okay, so young man, you don't worry he have deadly techniques. You don't have to worry about that because he's so young. Let's say 2 year, 1 year training is nothing. And even that's the best. Why? Because they don't go away. If you fight them, if he have a little bit training, he want to fight you, he won't go away. That's the best people you're going to deal with. The worst is he always running around and chasing you. And you want to beat the shit out of him and he won't let you. And running around and you don't have the wind to run around with him. That's the worst. Okay? So, talk about the middle age. That kind of person you got to watch out. Because he might be the, how you call it, prime time, the best time in top mood, whatever, just training from some place. Maybe he's a master, something, you know. So that kind of person, I mean middle age, you could tell he know some or you don't, I mean he don't know some, you know that, you could tell. And then you say, how about if I can tell he's kind of good cover, then you are bad luck. You know, I mean if he has a lot of kung fu and you can't tell, then you are really bad luck. You got to watch out. Okay. And the old man could be easy to deal with because he's old and weak. And also could be turn out the worst, the most dangerous one. Because those old men, they might know some when they was young. And when he getting old, he not give up the skill of fighting. He might train himself for one technique. Like for years, for one technique. How? I don't know. That guy might have some crazy movement which you are unstoppable and very bad to you. And so, old man, first of all, you have to give him a break because he's so old already. But it doesn't mean if he challenges you, you just like kind of scared, run away. But let's say try to avoid, then avoid. Otherwise, you might meet an old man like with a lot of kung fu, which is kind of lazy to use all the fancy technique. He might use one to you. So this is about young man, too young, never mind. Middle age, watch out. And old man could be most dangerous one. Okay. When you get close to someone, you decide to fight him, then you have to get rid of all those rules. Not allow hit the nose, not allow hit here, not allow hit here. No, there's no rule. All you have to do, knock him down, or control him, or stop him. And there's no manner, no nothing. You know? And you don't have to worry like after this fight I have to go to jail or I have to take some punishment. You don't have to worry nothing. You have to try your best to protect yourself, do a best job. That's what you have to do. Like what? If someone get close to you and you make up your mind, have to protect yourself. I hate to say you make up your mind to fight him. So let's say you want to protect yourself. You have to do with him. Like no other way and no choice. Okay. If he kind of clean, nothing, then you have to use your limbs to do something, or even your body. After I tell you all of this, you might say, wow, Moy Yat kind of sneaky. Oh, but you need it. Let's say, if here, And he go like that. Then boom, 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 to him. And if he have a lot of sand, stone, all of a sudden he's, and I don't think that moment I'm down here, he gonna do anything. Use your common sense. You tell me, look, if I decide to fight him, I go like this. What are you gonna do? Big deal. Here we say now, like that. Do you think so? So like this, if he has some dirt here, then I gotta down all of a sudden, boom, up onto his face. So he go like this. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Do whatever you could. Okay? And if he is clean, you have, you go, that moment, what are you gonna do? You do whatever you like to do. Okay? So, and you still need me to give you instruction on what to do, then you are too good to hear this. Okay? So this is two things to do with him. And if it happen, don't go away. If it happen in a lift, elevator, inside there like kind of like have wall here, wall here, wall here, wall here. And if you have to fight him or he hold you up, whatever, with some weapon, what are you going to do? You have to use 100% full power. Hold his head, push to the wall. I mean, if here, then go all the way here. Take my word. He can't do nothing because so sudden and put his head onto. If the elevator had wall like kind of close, you know, soon you look, oh, and nobody can stop it. Okay. So the circumstance is very, very important. If close to the wall, put his head onto the wall. Don't try to punch him. No good. Hold his head. Just go. Your body, all of your energy. Go. Don't worry, I might kill him. So what? Otherwise you get killed. You know? So you make up your mind, do something. You try your best. The worst was, boom! And he's a human being. Funny. If you raise your hand, no matter how bad he is, he has some wrong idea. You just like, you raise your hand, what can you do? But they never think about holding the head, like push to the wall. And I don't know how strong he could stand that. Hopefully he will pass away a little bit. You know, I mean, see, how you call that? Faint or pass out. And after that, then again, you could do whatever you like to do. So when you get so close, you're going to do something. Don't think about techniques. Pencil or whatever, or punch, or all kind of fancy technique. I learned it here, learned it there, and oh, it's good. Please, don't use that. Then you will say, what the hell I come here learn Kung Fu for? You come here to learn Kung Fu to cool you down. When you're in dangerous, when you're in the very, very important moment, you know what to do. So, oh, that's easy. Now I know what to do. Either have something for him or put his head to the wall. Wow, that's easy. That's easy. No. You need a lot of Kung Fu to make you kind of relax. Then you could do it. Otherwise, you don't know what to do. So far, after all of this, you think you could protect yourself a little bit? And if on the street you see someone fighting, happen one of them, you know, either your friend or your relative or your brother, what are you going to do? If they both fight with no weapon, you could go and stop them. How? The stupid guy will stop your own people, will stop your own brother. John and Jack, whatever, don't fight, what's better? Then the guy will beat your people up. Then what are you going to do? You have to cut in there, cover the people you know. Stop, whatever. That is the best way. Of course, you're not going to stop the guy you don't know. Because the guy will have a feeling, I fight you and you come and help him. Then he might go crazy. Let's say, when a person is dangerous, all of a sudden, he will create a lot of energy which is unbelievable. Like what? I tell you another short story. I have a very, very good friend, very, very good friend. And he took a nap somewhere under a big tree. I talk about 40 years ago. He took a nap underneath a big tree. I was small and pretty naughty. And I go there, the E here, bing. You know what happened? I'm not bullshit you. That kid take a nap there. The whole body jump up. Boom! Up. Then the eyes don't even open. And looking for me like crazy guy. Like, like very, very strong. Just like tiger. Usually that kid almost like girl. Like so tame, so gentle, don't even talk loud. But I go bing, wow, the whole, how do you call it? The whole system, whole thing changed into something, into an animal, into a monster. Very, very strong. Okay. Then if you see one of your friends, your people, people you know, fight with someone. If you're going to stop that guy you don't know, that guy will have that kind of energy. He will go crazy because he will tell himself, before 1-to-1, now I have to fight 2, 1 against 2. And all of a sudden, all the crazy energy will come up, become like kind of mad or crazy and unbelievable. Then we are very, very dangerous. And who dangerous? The people you know dangerous. Because he tried to do something. And all of the energy go forward to the people he been fighting with. Now he kind of hesitated to do something with you, but he will jump to the people been fighting. So whenever you see someone fighting there, if you don't know both, what you do? Walk away. And don't try to if I were you, do this and do that, you know what? No, you just walk away. Because anything could be happen. If someone fight there, you go there and watching, by accident he might do something to you. And if you know someone there, and you have to cover the one you know, and to deal with that guy who fight with. And one more knowledge, common sense, I gotta tell you. Whenever you cut in, we cool down that guy a lot. Because first of all, he has to notice who are you, what relationship you and him, and he will stop like that. Okay, so we talk about how to protect yourself. I mean, self-defense. How come up with all of this? And this also important. Otherwise, you only one way train yourself how to fight, which is not important. The most important thing is to make up your mind, make the decision when you should do it or you should not do it, or after you make up your mind you're going to do something, you have to do it quick and waste no time. And if you get into a fight, don't worry about what behind, what after. You just try your best to do as nasty as possible to get the guy. That's the idea. And don't behave like I'm a nice guy, I just give you a certain punishment, and no. You should do that before you get into a fight. After you make up your mind, go to fight. And then you have to try your best. And please, whenever you go to fight, you have to try to forget what you learned before. That is the thing you have to remember. Then you will say, wow, whatever we learned, not for fighting? Yes, right, not for fighting. Because when you learn here, every single movement, all the techniques, you got to be reasonable. Reasonable to get into someone's boundary. If you fight someone, you still behave that way. Another story. 1967, we sent 7 guys to Singapore fight a tournament. All lose. None of them doing good. Because the rule, you have to do that way, not allowed to do this way, that way. If you have a street fighting, you try to protect yourself, you bring all those law up, and that's the way you've been training for so many years. And you obey the law. This is not reasonable. You don't do it. Actually, street fighting, you do the opposite way. You're not supposed to do it. Let's say you have books out here. We train you. You have books out here. You're not allowed from here and hit him. Not allowed. On the street fighting, if you have a chance like this, you better do it. Don't say this is no good. No, you have to do it. So, fighting on the street, no rule, no manner. You just try yourself. I'm not telling you to become a crazy guy, but similar to it. Okay? So, any questions about self-defense?
People.
Yes?
Have anything special to say about defending against a baseball bat or something like that?
Unless you yourself have a baseball bat, otherwise you better run away. I mean, no good. Talk about this, but you have to deal with what you're going to do. I wish I have. Give me a little more. Good, that's good. If you find something like that, or if someone have a stick like this, if he go like this, don't be afraid. You say. If the guy go like this, this is the worst. You better watch out. If a guy like this to you, don't worry, you safe again. You know? So this big deal, go like this. This big deal, go like this. But this you can stand. This something shoot out. two hands energy in one point here, so small. If this is sharp, okay. If this is not sharp like this, wow, you gotta watch out. Because all the energy from this hand onto your body and don't go away. You gotta take it. Let's say you punch someone, boom, and you got all the energy onto the guy's body. And this too. All the energy from both hands here onto your body. Oh, what happened? Terrible. If here, the whole face have no feeling. If here, and you can't move, like the whole body like sinking. I'm not making up. I saw it. If here, worse than here, and a lot of pain, cannot move. One thing you have to know, our body, no matter which part, get hit, I mean strong hit, the whole body, the other part, go to help that part. Let's say, if someone punch here on the leg here, and the whole body, like go to help here, hopefully like this. If someone hit my leg, I will go like this. Or rolling on the floor. You might don't believe it. Oh, someone hit your leg. How come you holding it like don't do anything? I mean like can't do nothing, but just holding it like jumping around or rolling on the floor. Because so much pain, a lot of pain. So that's why if someone have a stick or a bait, you better run away if you have nothing in hand. So you have to grab something. Of course, you find something like you know how to use, and you have to deal with him. Then you go back to him. Otherwise, I still suggest you run away. And you have some knowledge. If a guy like this, you have to go forward to him as quick as possible. Make sure his hand is kind of choke you. If you try to run away, wow, he got you. You run away, and he mesh the distance and then do to you. And if someone like this, it means he have no knowledge how to use the stick or something else. So this is like no, I mean he probably see some baseball player do this. Otherwise he never train. Only thing you watch out is this. If someone hold a knife like this, you gotta watch out. Like this, never mind. Then if like this, what you gonna do? You could kick his knife away. Use kick instead of hand. Again, if you have a chance to run away, you run away. But you have to deal with kick like this. Kick. And if they go like this, so it means he don't have much knowledge to use the knife. So in other words, you're not in dangerous. You are dangerous by cutting some, but you never die from a knife like this. No. But like this, oh, you gotta be careful. He kill you any minute because all the direction he could go. So and this divorce, this is a training way how to use a knife to hurt someone. Any more questions?
Excuse me.
Yes.
What if he's a deceitful type of person, armed with weapons, and manages to get your attention to get close enough to you to strike at you first?
You mean you fight a tournament?
No, I'm in the street. Let's suppose I have a watch. I understand I'm the bad guy, and I have a watch. And I go, excuse me, sir, can you tell me the time? I get pretty close enough to you to hit you first in order to rob you. Then Is there anything, I mean, sure.
You mean the bad guy
Yeah, kung
have
fu.
a lot of kung fu?
No, surprise punch, he means.
Surprise, yeah.
Surprise. He means surprise.
Draws you.
In other words, the bad guy do something like I mentioned the good guy supposed to all of a sudden do something to you,
That's what he-
then you can avoid. I mean, I have no comment for you. You have to be careful, you know. Before you deal with him, you get closer to him, in your mind, you have to prepare. Anything could be happening. Anything could happen, you know. You are not safe, there's no way you could talk him off, whatever, you know. Forget about he is a master or something, he know a lot of things, he all of a sudden do something to you that you can avoid. I mean, if you're not prepared, you suppose, why he stop you? Why you have to deal with him? So in here, in your mind, you suppose have a rough idea. He could be all of a sudden do anything. And some books, whatever say, they do this to you, and then you twist this and that, la la la. I still don't believe this, but anyway, I show you some. If you are holding my neck, then put me against the wall. Like this. Then all I have to do is use a finger in his throat. And he will come off. The part here. Use a finger. He will come off. Because I believe this is longer than what he do. He do this to you. His hand is kind of soft, and your fingers are longer. So you point to this part. Point to this part, and he will get off. But you let people do this to you, and then you use the technique. That is not logical. I mean, not reasonable. You know, especially you are Wing Chun guy, let's say. You never let people do this to you. I mean, like impossible. But some books they tell people what to do is some of this. You could tell your girlfriend to learn this. Maybe she have chance to do that. You know, someone holding the neck against the wall, and you just put this away. Okay. And some guys like holding, like hugging. This is like kind of stupid, you know. So you could do anything. Like what? Like your head all of a sudden go backward, hit him, or your leg here, look. All of a sudden, of course you have to train a little bit this. Hit your butt with your own leg. This is very, very strong. Okay? Like before, and he have a knife here holding me. I could do it to him too, you know. So, I'm a little bit here, a little bit there, which I don't want to mention, I don't want to show you so many, because my lead you go and do it, which is no good, don't work. So the best thing I'm going to tell you is make up your mind, run away, or deal with him. Instead of try to show you some technique, what to do, like that. Or sometimes people, again, those stupid guys holding like this. You know, they like do this. Hey, you give me all your money, eh? So you hold it here and bend. And hold his hand here, just bend. Then you get him. You know. I mean, this is like, there's a way to do it. But don't trust it. And if I'm telling you what to do this and what to do that, like give you some kung fu teaching or whatever knowledge, which is like you should. I don't like you remember all of these tricks to do what or. But sometimes you might need it. But again, you need a lot of kung fu to calm you down. Then you could do all of this. You got to be cool in that short moment. If you are normal and you get shot, all of a sudden you don't know what to do. And afterward, people take your money away, take your watch away, take your ring away, and run away, far away. And then you want to kill yourself. I should do that, I should do that. Moy Yat told me do this, do that. I forget all. See? That's why I don't want to tell you more tricks how to deal with people. But the most important thing is to make up your mind what to do in that short moment. Then, if I make up the mind what I'm going to do, then what should I do? You have to prepare now instead of that moment. Then think about use what technique. That's why, again, whenever you get into a fighting, please don't think about what I learned in school or what I learned from Sifu. You better don't try to remember that. Like I want you use your nature, use your instinct power, which belongs to you, original you're born with. Use that kind of energy to deal with the guy. If you make up your mind, you're going to fight him. Is it clear? Okay, that's it. You have a question?
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. Like, things today have changed from the way they were years ago. Years ago, you made comments that people come up and they kind of give you a chance.
Yeah.
Before they attack you. Nowadays, as the guy was mentioning, they don't even give you a chance. They can walk up to you in a very calm way and suddenly do something. And you are right that you can't tell someone what to do because things come in such a different way. Especially when you're surprised, you can't plan something, And
I agree.
So you have to be calm so that you can think better and quicker.
Yeah, okay. This remind me, I always driving a car and passing by a very narrow path, but I'm not nervous. But sometimes I'm passing by a very broad way, let's say, a big road, but have someone double park there. Then I really almost go like very, very slowly, or try to get away. Maybe all of a sudden he has the car door open. Same way, when you walking somewhere, you could tell actually if you smart enough, this is a bad guy, good guy, whatever, then why you have to get closer to him and all of a sudden let him do something? You have to avoid, walk like away from his boundary, whatever could reach you. Then make believe you walk somewhere and avoid. And if you feel he's a bad guy, but anyway I walk, so what? I have kung fu. Then you get in trouble, So same way, like I drive a car passing by someone double parked there. You got to be careful, and watch out. He might all of a sudden open up a door. So same way, you walk through someone. Of course, who could tell who's a bad guy and good guy? They don't have a tattoo on the front head, so you can't tell. But if it happened, what are you going to do? It happened already. Call the wow car.
And I don't think running into a busy area does anything anymore. Nowadays, it doesn't matter wherever you are.
Wherever you are, anything could be happen, but watch out, But if you always watch out, then you become nervous, you're crazy, So, but some outstanding one, you feel like whatever, then you gotta be careful. Or especially you have a lot of money at that moment, you gotta be careful. So try to avoid the whatever, so, and you are safe. Any more questions?